In shape, 145.
Yeah.
In shape. You know what I mean? So this is different from a Crawford coming up to 168, but we know his walk around weight is probably 170, 180.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
Terence Crawford recently paid a visit to Gervonta Davis before Davis's upcoming bout with Jake Paul, offering his expertise and strategic insights. According to reports, the two boxing champions exchanged techniques and discussed their fight strategies, showing a great deal of mutual respect. Crawford, who has long been regarded as one of the sport's finest technical fighters, expressed admiration for Davis's talent and work ethic. He even went as far as offering to step into the ring with Davis one day, but not out of rivalry. Instead, Crawford indicated that he'd be up for such a fight to honor the sport of boxing itself. This moment of camaraderie between the two boxers highlights the respect they share for each other's skills and the sport in general.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that's moving up 2 weight classes and, daring to be great.
You would fight him.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow,
man.
Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
Gervonta Tank Davis seems to be incorporating elements of Terence Crawford's highly skilled fighting style into his own preparations, particularly ahead of his showdown with Jake Paul. Crawford's unique approach, especially in his fight against Canelo Alvarez, earned praise for his fluid stance switching and remarkable balance. Now, Davis appears to be mimicking these moves, experimenting with footwork, shifting stances, and changing angles during his training. His latest training clips reveal a fighter evolving before our eyes, with Tank even incorporating elements from fighters like Jaron "Boots" Ennis, who's known for his ability to fight comfortably from both orthodox and southpaw stances. This transformation is a clear sign that Davis is planning to bring something new and unpredictable to the ring in his upcoming fight with Jake Paul.
Right. This is scary. Gervonta Tank Davis is working on his versatility. We already know he has that ultimate equalizer, that special God-gifted one-punch knockout power. But he also can box. Gervonta Tank Davis, he's very durable, has a chin, never seen him visibly hurt. Gervonta Tank Davis also has great footwork and foot placement. And here you see Gervonta Tank Davis' only shortcoming, pun intended, is his height. He's 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. But as you can see here, he's working on his versatility. He's now working on fighting orthodox. He's naturally a southpaw. Now he's working on fighting orthodox. Great switch hitters, no Diddy.
According to Showbiz The Adult, a respected boxing commentator, the upcoming fight between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul carries massive implications for both fighters' careers. If the bout turns out to be a light sparring session where neither fighter takes risks, it could spell the end for both of their careers. Fans expect excitement, and if the fight fails to deliver on that, the hype surrounding it would quickly evaporate. Showbiz argues that both Tank and Jake have large followings, and their audiences demand intensity. This fight needs to live up to the anticipation. Anything less could destroy their reputations and kill the buzz that has built around it. Keith Thurman highlighted an interesting dynamic about Gervonta Davis's relationship with his critics.
Career ending. It could be career ending. Jake Paul can end his whole shit. That's the black. Tank can end Jake Paul's whole shit. And if that fight is meh, and it's just a sparring session that's tit for tat, their shit's over. Because people gonna be pissed that you that it's exactly what they expected it to be. They can't do that. If they do, their career's ruined. Jake Paul career's ruined, and Tank. If they make it meh and just touch, both their brands suck. That's the black two sugars. You mess around in that bell ring, and you see little Tank, and you see big Jake, and he's throwing a jab, and little Tank making a miss, and bam! And y'all gonna be like, whoa! Say I'm lying. Y'all, you know what? Yes, say I'm lying. Please say I'm lying. But y'all gonna be right there, cheering. Because you ain't never seen nothing that damn bizarre. Even De La Hoya versus Shaq had headgear, and Shaq ain't a boxer. That right there, fireworks. Because you're going to be holding your breath. Especially Tank fans. I'm going to be like, don't hit Tank. You're going to see Tank little ass legs. He's going to, and big ass Jake, big legs, and big ass head. Watch. Y'all talk all that shit now because y'all love talking shit. Y'all love hating on things until you see it. Like women back in the 90s. I remember my sisters back in the 90s. You ain't that cute. You ain't, but all on your shit. That's what y'all do. Y'all talk shit, but y'all
Thurman pointed out that the same people who often criticize Tank for not delivering perfect performances are the ones who can't seem to stay away from his fights. These fans may complain, but by continuously watching his matches, they're only giving Tank more exposure and keeping him in the spotlight. Thurman believes that in a way, even negative attention helps Tank's career, as it keeps his name buzzing within the boxing world. Every complaint about his fights only amplifies his fame, and it seems that even Tank's detractors can't resist his magnetic presence in the ring.
If you're really not happy with Tank, first off, don't watch Tank. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You support it, then what you doing? You can't not support and support at the same time, right? So if you're a boxing purist, then this fight with Roach is really more for you. It's going to be more up your alley, you know? If you just like all entertainment, all fights, all hypes, all everything, then you're going to want to tune in to the Tank and Paul show there, you know, because that's all for entertainment. What does it say? For entertainment purposes only, right? It's just say like somewhere in the small print of the promotion. For entertainment, don't do this at home, kids. You know, so fine.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, disclaimer. For entertainment purposes only, you know. So, you know, it's money-making purposes only, you know. It is what...
One of the concerns surrounding the Tank Davis versus Jake Paul fight is the significant weight disparity between the two fighters. Jake Paul is expected to enter the ring weighing around 215 pounds, while Tank typically competes at much lighter weight classes, such as lightweight and super lightweight. This creates a glaring 60 to 70 pound difference, which goes against the very foundation of boxing's weight class system. Weight classes exist for a reason, to ensure fairness and safety in the sport. When fighters from such different weight categories clash, it introduces significant risks. Even if it's labeled as an exhibition match, the size difference could be dangerous and might even make the contest unfair. The legitimacy of such fights is called into question, particularly when they ignore the structure that protects the integrity of the sport.
Assuming there's no rehydration clause, which I don't believe there is, he'll probably weigh around 215 pounds in the ring. That means there's a sort of a 60 to 70 pound difference between the two men in the ring on fight night, which is absolutely enormous. There are weight classes for a reason in boxing, and this is the sort of thing that is typically not allowed or permitted. And like I said in my intro, it goes to the heart of that key question in boxing, which is how big is too big? It's the reason that the pound for pound list exists, where we kind of imagine if everybody was the same size, who's the best, who's number one? And it's a debate that rages on and on and on. And so when I see a fight like this, I think the hardcore boxing fans, generally speaking, have felt frustrated by it. Yes, because we want Gervonta Davis as part of the actual sport, competing for world titles against the other elite guys in his weight class. But also because if he gets knocked out and loses to Jake Paul, it creates this illusion that Jake Paul's much better than he actually is. And so I guess the question for me is, can Gervonta Davis beat Jake Paul, or will Jake Paul simply be too massive? Can Jake Paul use his size, or will Gervonta Davis simply be too skilled? What's the answer here? And in trying to answer this, I looked to history, and there's one fight that immediately popped out of my mind, and I thought, I wonder what the size difference was there. In fact, it may even be more significant, and it was, and the small guy won. Some of you might be thinking about it right now. It's when David Haye took on the monster, the absolutely ginormous human being, Nikolai Valuev. I think it took place around 2009. So at the time, I was literally a teenager. I didn't have a clue what I was looking at, and I'd fully bought into this David versus Goliath story. But I think it's an excellent example here to draw comparisons between the Gervonta Davis-Jake Paul fight to try and understand whether or not this is a good template and blueprint to try and predict and understand what the size difference might look like in the ring. Now, David Haye was 6'3" and was 217 pounds for the Valuev fight, whereas Valuev was 7 foot tall and weighed 360.
The potential outcome of Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis could reshape the future of boxing. If Jake Paul wins, it might open the floodgates for more influencer-driven exhibition matches, shifting the focus away from legitimate title fights and towards media spectacles. Fans could begin to favor drama and entertainment over traditional boxing skill, which would fundamentally alter the sport's landscape. On the other hand, if Tank Davis secures a decisive victory, it could reaffirm that true boxing ability still holds the most value. Regardless of who wins, this fight has the potential to redefine the direction of the sport. Many fans, despite their criticisms, are intrigued by the unpredictability and chaos that Jake Paul brings to the ring. With Tank involved, this fight promises to be a wild and entertaining spectacle that could draw back viewers who've grown tired of predictable, traditional bouts.
Purists hate it, the algorithm loves it, and both will watch. It's not just who wins, it's what wins. Will the entertainment value or the ring IQ come out on top? Because if Tank dominates, the meme dies. Jake Paul survives or hits it big, we see new rules are going to be written in real time. Me, you, maybe everyone at some point has been that bigger guy thinking that I'll just bully him. Jab, slip, liver shot, sent me down real nicely. Size helped until it didn't. All I'm saying is let's not dismiss something because it looks weird. Many fights get decided by the details. Feet before fists, timing before muscle, discipline before clout. Look, Tank wins if he stays Tank. He's built on patience, traps, explosive counters. That's hell for a tall guy who gets eager. Jake's long jab is the gate, but Tank's head movement is the key. Once he times it, the door's getting open and the furniture is going to get rearranged. Think locksmith versus padlock. Big padlock looks scary until the right tool clicks once. Jake throws that overhand like he's bowling with the shoulder. Effective, you know.
That wraps up today's analysis. Don't forget to like the video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more coverage of the biggest stories in boxing. Until next time.